Alright, so here we are, the second part to the main bus wiring on the Lakeville sub. The power cab mounted up here, and then I've got the main out from that terminal to the DCC meter, also by NCE. In the last video, I just had the bus line ran through the layout, but I took the time to label everything going under the layout as track bus. We've got some feeders from the grain elevator tracks up here. As you can see, I haven't made much progress, but probably another video to come after that. So getting back down here, we'll follow that all the way over. The one thing I kept constant was making sure that everything was labeled as the track bus, since I ran an extra set of wires from that command station all the way over. Here's the DCC Specialtiea circuit breaker that I mounted up. I've mounted it up on some nylon standoffs to keep the board off of that back frame of the layout. I also made sure to take the 2 minutes it took to make some labels, so I knew exactly where the wires are going. Over here, it's not exactly as neat as it could be with the bundles, but I ended up making sure that I pulled the track bus wires out so that they were easy to tie into. Coming through from the circuit breaker over here is the DCC meter right next to another UTP panel. Wanted to make sure that the DCC meter was on the front of the layout, kind of in the center, so it was easier to read. Some of you guys have probably heard me talk about the key switch. It's just a standard key switch that I got online, and it came with 2 keys, and I just put some little railroad operation lifesavers. This one's BN, actually, but the key switch is designed so that anyone operating the ethanol plant here will actually have to activate that siding. It's kind of like a switch key, because the power will be routed through that key switch in order to operate that industry. And then once the operator is done with that job, they will have to remove the key. Coming back along the layout, I ended up stringing the rest of the bus through the layout. I'm still working on getting this wall behind the layout finished up. And as you can see, I've got a bunch of stuff sitting on the peninsula here. I also mounted a UTP panel on the other side of this peninsula, since at some point, once this wall gets taken care of, I'll be having a module that comes out probably another 2 feet. Coming back from the peninsula there, at the other end of the layout, come back to the circuit board. This is kind of the center location for everything on the layout, but it's nice and open, so several operators are able to be in the layout at the various UTPs around and not really bump into each other. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. Sorry it's been so long since the last. I will end the video with a shot of the track plan so you can kind of see what I'm talking about at the other end of the layout, and then that ethanol plant, the top of the screen, top left.